Well, Shane, time for 50 today or?
I think it will be delayed maybe, but let's see.
क्या KKR है तैयार?
I would sure as hell hope so.
Yeah.
I am certainly, as you can see.
Yeah, yesterday
The lucky
was
shirt is very much
RCB, today might be KKR.
No, he is a true KKR fan because today he had the opportunity of wearing
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
I asked
He
him
was
this on
asking
the
me.
live.
Actually, I thought about
I
that.
asked him this on the live.
Like alternated
I said, why
football
are you
live.
wearing KKR? They're all but out. Chelsea on the other hand can win the title. You are not wearing a Chelsea jersey.
No, so he's done it at a subliminal level, which means he's a bigger fan of KKR than he is of
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Do you agree with that?
No.
You may see, that's why now you're saying it consciously. What happens at a subconscious level that you picked up a KKR jersey instead of a Chelsea?
I think they needed more luck than
That's
Chelsea.
right. So
right?
you're a bigger fan. I'm telling you.
Something like
you may
that.
agree, disagree with it, but see, sometimes these are those aptitude tests that you have to give. Sometimes they don't give you time to think, quickly
Like
answer.
rapid fire stuff?
So then they actually find out, because if they give you time to think, then you'll consciously make a decision. At subconscious level, it's happened, which means KKR is closer to his heart
Closer, yes, absolutely.
than Chelsea is.
So when I
All
asked him on the
Chelsea
live
fans.
also, he said ki, I should have got both the jerseys.
Would have been alternating between shirts. Yeah.
That answer actually
You have a
doesn't
Chelsea jersey.
Yeah, I do have.
Of course he'll have it.
Who has which jersey number?
I don't have a jersey number. I've learned the hard way. Don't get jersey numbers. One of my friends one season got
Has been-
Nemanja Matic, and this next season Matic went to United. Don't get numbers. Bad idea.
No, forget everything. One of my friends got Memphis Depay's. Okay, and he still is like,
Now
I'm
you
never
can become
wearing
a
it.
Barcelona fan.
No,
Yeah.
but the jersey says United, nah. It says United.
Yep.
And the funny thing is, he's like, I don't wear it anymore. He said it's now just like lying there in my
No, that's the
wardrobe.
problem. It's best to get an empty jersey or get your own name. If you
I
want to be that
have
person.
United jerseys and all of them have nothing at the back.
Exactly. So,
I have Barcelona jerseys
Messi.
with Iniesta. Messi.
Oh.
Andres
yes.
Iniesta.
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of people are asking us about Ambati Raidu
I did
and
a
what
nice
is.
little video,
Yeah,
right?
we've done a separate video, but we'll spend some time talking about it. So Raidu put a tweet out saying that as of 7:00 hours, consider me retired. Not quite, but on similar lines. And he quickly deleted it. So all news organization, everyone carried
Went
it,
nuts.
obviously,
Yeah.
because he wrote it. So they carried it, saying that he's
Then he
retired.
deleted it.
And then he deleted it. And then everyone had to change their copies and videos or whatever they made, saying that he's taken it back.
Yes.
So now what could be the reason he's done it? He's done it in the past as
Yep.
well, after that famous 2019 when he was dropped, not picked for the World Cup.
Yeah.
And that time he had just let it loose on Twitter, talking
yeah.
about 3D glasses,
3D,
this,
yeah,
that,
3D.
everything. But then took that back as well. Now the speculation on social media is that possibly that CSK spoke to him and said, you could be a captaincy contender because we're looking for one. Who knows? Or because there's a bit of a churn happening in CSK
Already,
now, Jadeja may not
yes.
come back.
My entire point is, I think so because they already, there's been the limelight on how the Jadeja fiasco, whatever you want to call it right now, how it happened, how it all transpired. Suddenly they realize, oh, Raidu is also going to retire. Now it's going to put even more fingers at MS Dhoni and company.
And the
what is happening in the
management.
team?
Yeah.
Why are players going right now? Why are they announcing retirement? So that is why I think so. They asked him, "Ki boss, take it back." take
although
it back."
in all fairness, Ambati Raidu strikes me as one of those players. I think there's two sports athletes in the history of all sport, not just cricket, who I believe could pick a fight in an empty room. One is Ambati Raidu, the other is Roy Keane.
No, but why do you say Ambati Raidu? Where has he picked a fight?
He's
That Harbhajan fight?
no, he's had a history of falling out with whether it be match
Yes.
officials,
Car accident. Remember?
car
the
accident.
He's falling out with
Yes, yes.
Andhra and Hyderabad officials.
Yes.
That's why he joined the
BCCI.
ICI.
He joined the
BCCI,
ICI.
yeah.
No, but in his case, a fallout as in fight. I'm just saying, like he's not short-tempered or as such. But what has happened? He, I think, and what I've
impulsive,
spoken.
would be the
Yeah,
right
he's
word.
impulsive.
Yeah.
He's a bit sensitive. So when he feels
Takes it to his
like
heart
yes,
instantly.
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
So what happens when he feels discarded or he's not been included in something?
it.
So he feels that I'm not needed and I'll take that decision. By the way, I remember just diverting a bit. I remember Ambati Raidu from the under 19 days when he was captain,
yeah.
and you know what so they were going for the under 19 World Cup. They were all staying at the Meridian Hotel in New Delhi, and it was Sachin Tendulkar's birthday.
Yes.
And this is when Sachin was playing.
Yep.
So Sachin Tendulkar's birthday, and I was with this organization only, Sachin Tendulkar's birthday used to be massive. So you have to do many things, na, right? Some show here, what is happening at his house. Those days it used to be a big event on television. So now you have to also manufacture events. So like, what to do? I found out, under 19 team is here. So he called up the manager saying that, listen, Sachin's birthday is there. Why don't you guys celebrate? They had not planned it. So we'll bring the cake. We'll do everything. You cut the cake. They said, because again our story will be there.
Yes.
So he said, come. So I went with the cake to the hotel. The team assembled, and then they cut the cake, and Raidu was captain. So I remember him very diligently listening to what I had told, that see, when the camera will start, you have to cut the cake, then give it to, because they were under 19 players. So they cut all that, and then they shared cake and sang also happy birthday, all of that. So he was not a very, in those days, because also he was a young kid at that time. And that, so what I remember from those days was, he was being touted as the next Sachin Tendulkar.
Yes, huge. Like I remember growing up, and it was like there was a time where suddenly you thought Raidu was supposed to be the next big thing, and then he went to the ICL. He was playing for Hyderabad Heroes, if I'm not wrong. That franchisee. And you were like, what happened? Then, of course, finally made his way back to domestic cricket. That 2-year ban that all of them had. Played Ranji and all that. Then got to the Mumbai Indians side. All that thing.
5 titles he's won.
That's what I'm saying.
With Pollard.
No, and also Raidu has played some very crucial knocks also for Chennai. Like in the recent past only, there was that 2018 season, he was one of the best players.
That knock against RCB and also against KKR in which, and even in
this season,
Punjab Kings.
One game, if I'm not wrong, where he scored 70 of 33 or 37 balls, something like that.
Punjab Kings at Wankhede.
Not this year, it was before this, I'm saying.
Before. Yeah, must be in, I think it was Abu Dhabi.
He was smashing everything, and they'd lost 1 or 2 wickets early, and it was Raidu who took them to a huge total.
I think it was in Abu Dhabi. I think it was against
in all fairness,
Sunrisers.
I have to say that Raidu was supposed to be the next big thing. Probably his Indian career wasn't
as good.
And
But
then
because of ICL and domestic issues actually.
Then other issues. I think so. It was a big surprise when he was dropped from the side in the first place. The Indian team also, because he was doing decent.
Issues started, as he pointed out, issues actually started when he was not being, there was a lot of controversy with Hyderabad cricket.
Even
so he actually left.
Azharuddin also.
Yes, correct. He, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he left and played for Andhra or something like that.
He left Hyderabad
and went to Andhra.
Then later on came back to Hyderabad.
Correct.
There's a lot of
so a lot of politics there also that he felt. But what Siddhant said, that do you think that he's taken this decision back now on the basis of Chennai? Obviously we know that Chennai has spoken to him, the management at Chennai has spoken to him, whether it's the top players, whether it's Kasi Vishwanathan or whatever, whoever, someone's spoken to him. But is there merit in what Siddhant is saying, that they've spoken to him only because too many controversies were happening, so they said no, you take your decision? Or
he could have played a part.
Or do you think they genuinely think that they see a future with him?
Both. I think it's a case
I
of
think
both.
You
it's
think there is
more-
a future?
More of the former, I would say.
More of the
Where
They don't want
yes.
that image.
Too many controversies. Anyway,
Raina.
see,
Already having a bad season.
Raina, Jadeja and now Raidu. Chennai
That's a
Super
senior
Kings
core.
have now
No,
transformed
but
into comedy Super
But
Kings.
I'm saying, why would they care if they think that he?
Yeah, that is the comment that is
He
coming.
just
It's
called
now
them comedy Super Kings.
That's the comment after the Raidu fiasco now. And today, quoting from Nikhil's brilliance, today both Kasi Vishwanathan and Kasi Vishwanathan trending today.
That is true. I told him today.
That's why attribution where it is needed.
No, so they are being called comedy Super Kings already. So now my point is, did it help then to stop him or get him to change? If this thing is already started, then how did it help? By the way, I feel that while there may be a point in what he's saying, that too much controversy, so they said, but I think it has to be latter more. So they genuinely see he can contribute. Assuming they thought that this is the end of the road for him, then they may not have asked him to
They would
really
have done what
change.
they did to Raina. Simple.
Exactly. Change his mind. They genuinely feel, and that is why I said genuinely they feel that he can contribute as a team member, as well as, who knows, maybe look at him as captain. And also the fact that he has reached the ripe age that is suited
How old
for.
is he? I was just checking.
He's 37.
But that is what I'm saying.
That's the perfect age for a Chennai
Yeah.
If it was any other team, they would have thought old.
Because
Chennai won.
36 right
36,
now.
yeah.
36.
Next year he'll be
Perfect,
37.
perfect age
Perfect
for
age.
being a CSK.
When he gets to 40,
Okay.
that's when they'll discuss.
You look at Chennai
Still,
IPL
still
players
the
and their
captain
Twitter
is-
handles. Okay.
No, but suddenly you think he's going to be captain now?
No, I'm saying there is this rumor.
Yeah.
It's just
We
a
don't know.
social media chat.
Because see, what is happening, they are looking for a captain.
It'll be like, what? I can't even put
But
my
they
head
are
to
looking
it.
for
Okay,
a captain.
I'll
They're
just,
looking for
I'll
a
just tell you
captain.
one thing. Chennai Super Kings, you look at all the players in the squad, look at all their tweets. What is your tweeting centered around?
What?
It's primarily on Chennai's, we are training, we are doing all this, we are doing some kind of promotional stuff. Raidu went totally off script, announced his retirement. So he was impulsive.
No, but MSD also said on Insta.
Yeah, but
but
at
then
that point it was not that.
MSD is
But
greater
MSD
than
wasn't
everything
playing
else.
anything
No?
for the past almost 1 year.
But
or something.
MSD is greater than everything else, no?
Hey, could you be?
Yeah, he's greater than any
Kuch
other
bhi.
franchisee or
Shane is saying kuch bhi.
No, but
And
I have to
that's
say, I think so. Raidu did not consult.
Yeah,
them
he
at all.
No,
did.
clearly not. He's
Did
always
not
said.
consult
But that's
them
his,
at all.
that's his personal decision. Why should he consult?
And my entire point is, I don't know what they must have said to him, or they must have said, "Ki boss, listen, you might want to retire, whatever, but don't do it right now."
Yes.
Probably. I don't think they're looking at him as the captain.
MS
I
Dhoni and
actually don't
Kashi
think that-
had a word with him clearly. Don't do it now. Chup chap, just go. After the end of IPL 2022, please. We don't want already too many controversies because your communication strategy has gone for a toss in the last 2 years.
There is no communication
Yeah,
strategy.
No, because the
that's
legacy. My entire point is the legacy is being harmed right now.
You know why? Because by the way, if you have followed MSD's career, even while he was India captain,
Yeah.
he is not too fond of these communications, press
No
releases,
way,
every
no way.
thing should
Yeah,
be
yeah.
told, or press conferences. He doesn't like any of those things, right?
Nope, absolutely not. So it's understandable. No, see who's been attending press conferences in the Chennai Super Kings team ever since 2009.
Fleming.
Yes, every single time
You
it is
search
Stephen
for
Fleming.
pictures of any listing. Others will have maybe a player, captain. Stephen Fleming at this point, I think they've brainwashed him into just
No,
going.
they
to
hired him
press
for that
conference.
only because all
See,
on-field
Fleming
decision.
is a calm man manager. That is it. He ensures that the outside noise is cut off. But people like Raidu challenge Fleming's template also, no? Because he's impulsive. He just tweets. It went totally off script for Chennai Super Kings. Arey, what has happened?
But let him be, na, if that's
Yeah.
his personality. Why do you want a regimented sort of
That
a
is
thing
how
in
Chennai
there?
Super Kings' policy is. Regimented.
That's true for most IPL teams.
No, but I mean,
I
Punjab,
don't
Delhi
think-
don't have that
Yeah,
regimental kind
Punjab
of.
are
Delhi-
very fun. I like their
Yeah,
social
they
media.
do
Rajasthan
have
are
Rajasthan
regimental.
also.
Punjab players don't listen to anyone.
Mumbai also.
Shikhar Dhawan is making reels with Preeti Zinta in the gym. They are making
See,
it together.
Mumbai.
Shikhar Dhawan is making reels
With
about
everyone.
going to the loo. Okay, where he's like holding his stomach and all.
Rabada kicking him. His reels are.
Yeah, so.
My personal favorite is still the one where Arjdeep Singh.
Odeon Smith
No,
and-
no, no. So they're using him. So the one anchor says, "Your Punjabi accent is so sexy. Say this again." So they have him translating things in Punjabi. Brilliant.
Exactly. Mumbai Indians are the masters of confusion.
Because they'll be putting out Arjun Tendulkar videos.
No. Even before 2020, Rohit Sharma, BCCI announced that he's injured, he won't be available to Australia. But Mumbai
Mumbai
Indians,
is playing.
he's playing.
That
practice
was
sessions.
actually a very big surprise. That I agree with.
Yeah,
So you're like, but he's not playing for India.
Yeah.
Why is he playing the IPL?
Exactly. Mumbai Indians are the masters of confusion.
And I'm saying before every match, they'll put Arjun Tendulkar bowling, warming up something. Fans get excited.
We get hazard questions. Where is Arjun Tendulkar playing? He's
Why are
playing
they
the
not
next
playing
match.
him? No, somebody like my all RC friends also. They were asking the other day, why are Mumbai not playing Arjun Tendulkar?
Like, we should ask why Mumbai aren't playing him even in domestic cricket, no? He's played
Yeah.
one match till date, and
Yes.
that too was a.
In 3 years, he's
Side
been in the
star.
Mumbai Indians team. He's like Baba Aparjit. In the squad, but doing nothing. If you have to look at
They're
it.
collecting a good paycheck. I mean,
Good paycheck though. So that is the thing.
I would love to be
Chennai's,
paid 20 lakhs to do nothing.
Chennai's
30.
regimental
Oh, 30,
way.
my bad.
Chennai's
Yeah.
regimental way of communication is harming them this time around.
Yeah.
So he's not a captaincy contender, you think? But
Yeah.
Sehwag, as Rajan Thind is pointing out, we've also read it, we've reported Sehwag's
Gaikwad.
Ruturaj Gaikwad's name.
Yes.
And
I
I
think
think they are thinking about
Yeah, that's
Ruturaj
the long-term
Gaikwad.
thought
So
process.
that is he's the favorite.
If you keep on changing captains every year, then forget Chennai Super Kings
Yeah.
even reaching the playoffs for the
no,
next
but
3-4
I
years.
just thought that Ruturaj for CSK is too young to be captain. CSK template
We'll
is
go the other extreme.
Okay, I have this question. Okay, CSK, we don't know who's going to be the next captain. Mumbai.
Mumbai, the Rohit is going to be
Jasprit.
right.
No, I'm saying
Bumrah.
after Rohit, who do you see next?
there are few more years. Yeah. By the time the team might
I'm
change
saying
completely.
Bumrah only, right?
Maybe
Bumrah.
Surya. Maybe Surya.
Yeah, Surya
Maybe
could
Surya,
be,
yeah.
But I'm saying with
That you
Rohit,
don't see
Rohit,
Rohit,
it's not immediate. Now he may
Yeah.
play for 2-3 years.
At
more.
least, yeah.
Yeah, and by 3 years, you don't know
No,
what
like
the team will
I'm
look
saying, like it happened with RCB, they did not have a captain.
like. No, but in
They had to get
RCB's
somebody
case,
else.
it was a surprise that Virat left.
Yeah.
That was shocking. Otherwise, he would have continued.
They retained Virat solely thinking that he would be the captaincy candidate. Correct.
That is what. Ricky Patel wants to know that update on match fixing news. There is not too much update.
That's why we haven't done
The
anything.
only bit of update is 3 people have been arrested
arrested.
by the CBI in connection with match fixing from 2019.
Alleged match fixing.
Yes, so
that
there
they
is
said.
supposedly money coming in from Pakistan through the bookies or whatever, and 3 whatever matches may have been influenced, is what they say. The result of those matches may have been influenced by that money coming in via the bookie
But
chain.
no more details have
Yes.
been given out.
So till we know details, we are sure we don't know.
KKR have
chosen
chosen
to
to
bat.
bat.
What is this?
And Shane was like,
No, because my thought process for today's game was you go out there, look to bowl out SRH.
No, but
their batting is
bowl
out
out
of
S-
whack, and then go and get those runs quickly.
no, but
That would have been my
SRH have
strategy.
struggled to chase in the last few games. If I'm not
Oh,
Yeah.
that's also true. I didn't think of that.
So imagine 4 games that they have lost, close to 800 runs their bowlers have conceded. So,
We have got a super chat by Anonymous. I'm not reading the
Anonymous.
entire because his name is also anonymous.
It's not anonymous, it's anonymous.
What does that even mean?
I have no
Anonymous. Okay, so anonymous. So basically, he doesn't want to give out his name. And his tweet, just to sum it up, is what he's trying to say is that maybe Raidu would have been peeved with MS Dhoni, and that's why he's decided to go. And he feels next one who will leave is Deepak Chahar. And I understand the background why he's saying this, because he feels that Raina went out. Now Jadeja has gone out, and Raidu. So these have been, long-serving soldiers of the CSK franchise, and they have all been let down by the leader in MS Dhoni.
Yep.
And MS Dhoni extracted the best out of them, and now he's just left them. That is what this question is trying to say, and he's saying Deepak Chahar will also be the next in line. So Dhoni has done this, but this is a lot of conjecture. We don't know what this is. I find it hard to believe, considering there wouldn't have been so many people who've been in awe of Dhoni, the captain, if this is the kind of leader he was. And I'm not just saying in terms of CSK, but also in terms of the Indian team, because believe you me, there have been times where players have not been very complimentary of their captains.
yep.
They may not have criticized, but not complimentary, so you get an idea that he is not the best captain, not really loved by the team. It has happened. But in Dhoni's case, people have gone the extra yard to talk about what a good leader he has been, how he's mentored the team, how he carries the team forward. So when you've had those stories about Dhoni, then how can suddenly someone say that he's the reason why these guys have left? We don't know the story. Either you have to wait for their autobiographies when they write actually why
They left.
Arena left, or for all you know, now you're blaming Dhoni for it. For all you know, sometimes you don't know. Maybe the CSK management, the top level management, folks that Sidvi is very close to, they may have decided that no good.
Anyway, see, this controversy, I just don't understand. Did Raidu mention anything controversial in that tweet? No. But if there was nothing controversial,
he
he
could have
could
just
have
said that on second hand, and I've thought about it again, and I'm taking back my retirement or something. He just deleted that tweet.
No, maybe because okay, again, benefit of the doubt. Assuming that he genuinely felt that the campaign is over, and I'm not that X Factor player that I used to be. He's not as consistent, even you know that. And he's played for many years. He thought maybe, okay, now I'm done.
Yep.
And so he took a very personal decision and put it out without consulting anyone. Okay, he put it out. And CSK got the shock of their life when they saw it, and they're like, listen, we've got you thinking the next 3 years in mind. Our team is going to, you're going to be part. Yeah. Why have you done it? Somebody called him, don't do it, please, don't take a decision in a hurry. Give it some more time. You have an off season, think about it, don't do it. And then he realized, acha, somebody very senior. And he quickly deleted it, saying that, okay, if I also feel like this 6 months down the line, then I'll stick with it. Otherwise, so he's deleted because everyone's tried it. It could have been something as simple as that also. No conspiracies.
But
Could, but
But
you doubt it.
There's too much smoke. we can't say there's no fire whatsoever. There's just a lot going on there. So who knows?
Yeah.
As I told you, this regimented style of communication is what is helping. Protocol, everything has to be according to protocol. Oh, but there was nothing controversial in the tweet that Raidu said.
it's nothing
And
much.
if suppose he's 36, he'll turn 37.
Yeah.
Captaincy candidate for IPL 2023.
For CSK
But
also.
CSK loved that, na? That's a ripe age to be a CSK captain.
I'm telling you, they'll go the other extreme. They'll get to Rituraj Gaikwad. They
They'll
have to
bring
own him
Mohan
as captain,
Bagan.
otherwise then forget it.
Forget everything, मैं मुकेश चौधरी आ
Chaudhary vice captain, who knows?
Okay, any changes?
Lots of
Yeah,
changes.
they
Big
have
changes
to,
actually.
which
Okay.
were kind of expected.
What?
So Pat Cummins out injured, so obviously you had to drop. You had to bring in basically one pacer. They brought in Umesh, but they
Umesh is fit, that means?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
fit.
that's great
And-
news.
But to bring in, obviously they have that balance. They've removed Sheldon Jackson, brought back Billings.
Billings.
As your
Which
keeping
makes
option,
sense,
Which,
makes
which I
sense.
had expected, in all fairness.
But,
That's a good changes.
But SRH have also made three big
Three
changes.
yeah.
Okay.
Jansen's back.
Yeah, thank God.
Jansen's back, Natarajan is back, Washington Sundar is back.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is looking like a strong. This is
is
actually
looking
the
like their best team, yes.
This is their best team.
Yep.
And by the way, this is also KKR's best team.
Yes, I
Yes.
agree.
While the tournament is ending, it's right at the death. Finally,
I had called this
The
team
only
this
thing
much.
is,
Nothing.
they are either expecting 2 overs out of Venkatesh Iyer or they need Andre Russell to bowl his full quota.
Full quota.
It'll be both, I think. It could
mixed
be
2-2
depending on-
also could be.
Yeah,
Last
exactly.
game he bowled 1 over, Venkatesh
Yeah.
Iyer. And Russell actually last game bowled quite a
Yeah,
few.
yeah,
Yeah, he bowled 3 overs.
Three
last
overs.
game.
and he bowled well. Yeah.
So maybe that's sort of. So I think that is the combination.
So that makes it an exciting contest. Finally, SRH playing the strongest team, and I'm not saying that they erred while selecting the 11. Maybe because they had injuries. Because Natarajan was injured, Washington
Jansen, we
was
had no
injured,
idea, yeah.
and I thought Jansen was also injured because they even went with the Afghanistan pacer. at
Fazal
one
Haq
point.
Faruqi.
Fazal, yeah. So that couldn't have been a selection call. There's no way that. No matter how bizarre sometimes IPL selections are, there's no way that they would have preferred him over Marco Jansen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly, there may have been some issues. Now, actually, they're coming after a gap, so that's really helped them.
Yep.
They haven't played the last 5-6 days or something, if I'm not
Yeah,
wrong.
I think they missed
SRH.
3 games. I think all the players mentioned who have come in have not played the last 3 games.
No, also SRH is playing after a gap.
After gap,
So what
yeah.
I'm saying that they did get that time to,
Bit of a
whatever
reset,
minor
yeah.
niggles that they had,
Yes, yes.
they could be fit in time. So now they've got their strongest 11, I believe.
Yep.
Now finally SRH, and their strength has always been their bowling. So
Yeah.
they are the 170-80 kind of batting team, but they have that bowling that will win you games on
They
that.
have to really stop the bleeding because
Yeah.
4 games, they have lost 4 consecutive games. Why? They have conceded 800 runs, the bowling unit. 800 runs, and you lost all by big margins if you look at it. Against RCB, you lost by a big margin. You are only rescued by Nicholas Pooran in the game against Chennai Super Kings.
Yeah.
So, the other 2 games also, it's not been easy going for them.
True, absolutely.
So interesting from Williamson, he said even he would have batted first.
Yep.
So this is clearly a bat first kind of a take.
Yeah, I think Pune, the pitch has been slowing down a tad as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why they want to bat.
No,
first.
I think last 6 games teams batting first have won.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
so,
Kolkata also have the X factor in Sunil Narayan.
see that 9 out of 12 games played this season have been won by team batting first.
Before
Yep.
this one.
Yeah, so that's why I guess both teams were keen to bat first.
Yeah, no surprise.
Yeah.
So then that means it's a massive advantage, Kolkata, winning
But
the
also,
toss.
see, also
But,
that they've won 7 out of 8 games playing here, KKR. So,
Yeah.
and SRH have a bad record here, 1 and 5.
The first game only they lost to Rajasthan. Yeah. I remember
yes.
the first big loss that SRH had. This tournament was
Yeah.
also in Pune.
Pune. Yep.
So that's interesting. Let's take a few questions if we can.
Yeah.
I'm making my team on Gamezy.
Yeah. Lot of changes to be made.
Shivam is not going
Yeah.
to show us questions. So
he is.
stop. Okay, Praveen Akruti is saying, you guys are also saying that Jadeja has left without any proof. He will be back next year, which is quite possible. So we are not talking about next season. We actually spoke about this, all the fiascos that have happened one after the other. That's
Yep.
what we said. Whether he comes back or not, we don't know. But see, now this is confirmed that he's not happy. Confirming that. Whether he comes back next season or not is another thing. And that both have unfollowed each other on Instagram. It's and while that doesn't mean anything, I'm just saying it is an indication. You don't unfollow people for the heck of it.
Yeah.
I mean, there has to be some motive
And it's
to
not
that.
like there's like 10,000 people controlling those accounts. So
Yeah, exactly. So, CSK is controversy super kings, not comedy super king. This is Benjamin Andrew Stroke.
who's bad there?
Oh, yeah.
Now he's come with his real name, Dikshit Sharma.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
So,
Controversy Super Kings.
how many names you got? Comedy super kings and which one? What,
Controversy Super Kings.
Controversy super king. Anyone?
Let's just keep it to those two.
Oh, the one
Huh?
that SK. What was that?
Can't SK.
Can't SK.
Can't Super King.
Yeah,
I've
can't
forgotten.
Super Kings.
Forgotten already. And all these names are courtesy our
family
subscriber.
Yes, all our family members, Dikshit Sharma, and comedy, I think I gave it, and
Comedy I saw
Abhi
even in our
Adhikari
comments.
gave can't.
Comedy I
SK,
saw
yeah.
in our comments as well. In one of the videos that I'd done, the Raidu one.
Oh,
was there
Yeah,
as
actually
well.
somebody had said comedy
Oh,
super
is it?
Kings.
Okay.
Jigga Banker was saying that
Corona Super King.
Corona Super Kings is
Oh,
another.
yes, 2020.
Yeah, they were the ones who
Yeah.
started the spread, remember?
See the
Yeah.
level of
Yes.
the level
Sharvil Patel also says they're also champions.
champion super king. So we've already got 5 names for CSK. The level of creativity amongst our
Excellent.
subscribers is massive.
Yeah.
So somebody said CSK are the new KKR in terms of all the controversies. and-
KKR haven't had that many controversies.
After Gambhir came, no
Yeah,
controversy
exactly.
No, they were saying, like people leaving and being unhappy. Started with
at
Ganguly.
all. Yeah, Ganguly,
Ganguly.
multiple captaincy,
Then
and all
captains
that.
DK,
Oh, man.
then
DK, huh?
Even remember Andre Russell got unhappy. at one
Andre
point.
Russell.
Yeah, but actually DK, this thing was handled pretty well by the KKR management. If I have to
Yeah,
look
as
at
well
it.
as possible that they could have handled
They could
it,
have,
sure.
yeah.
Phone. Stop somewhere, please.
Just not taking that.
But why do you? What is the relevance of that name? Stop somewhere.
Their chances are dead, maybe.
Because of that. No, you can take it. Coma Super
Coma
Kings.
Super
Kings.
Somebody is. Adarsh Chaudhary is saying, now I know why any team didn't pick Shakib in auction because of umpiring. You know what he does to umpires.
You'd have kicked out all the
That
stuff.
Dhaka Premier League game, my goodness.
That's actually a very good comment.
Yeah,
Adarsh, good one on that. That's
Yes.
true. Poor these umpires with the decision they've been giving.
my goodness.
Shakib would have.
You remember Sanju Samson that one game looked so miffed that he had to be called by the umpire
Yeah.
and told to calm down.
Calm
And even then, his face was like lightning and thunder.
So
Sanju
imagine what
Samson.
Shakib would have
Oh, Shakib would have kicked down all the stumps.
He would have done a Michael Holding that he did in 1980. Dunedin, that iconic match, remember? He was so pissed with one decision, New Zealand, West Indies. He just kicked the stumps like the typical American footballer.
Stop it, Shivam Upar.
Iconic photo. Holding kicking the stumps in Dunedin.
So Harshit Padalia is saying, I think retirement should be someone's personal choice. Raidu is playing for this season. If it is his decision to make, why does someone have to interfere? In this case, he's written CEO. We don't know whether CEO has interfered. CEO has come out with a statement.
Yeah.
We don't know who's the one who's interfered or whether, by the way, for all you know, someone else interfered, like someone family member said, Dad, why are you retiring? I don't.
I think personally, and this is the easiest conjuncture to make here, speculation if you're putting it, is that he was miffed at something. He put out his retirement, and they said, no, let's resolve it, and that's why he deleted it. So I guess that's why. I don't think it's a personal choice type thing. As we were discussing, that Raidu does have an impulsive side to him. He would have just put that out in anger, and then they would have talked things through, and things.
Family
would be better.
members reminds me of Suresh Raina.
Yeah.
Oh man, like a
No,
stunt to me.
the nephew thing. He had put out a tweet, remember, but then Raina said, my nephew did it. Something of that happened.
Yeah,
right?
Suresh.
I don't
Rana,
remember this, huh?
There was a tweet by Suresh Rana, which was a political or some sort of a tweet, and everyone was shocked. And then he said that the phone was not with me; it was with my nephew. And he put it.
So Raidu should have just said that my nephew.
My nephew.
The only thing was that how could the nephew come
Ape
up
his
with
style
no.
perfectly.
So like if a nephew puts it, you're assuming it's some young guy.
Yeah.
Then it'll be gibberish or some very random thing,
Wait.
like I love Archie comics type could have been. But it was a political,
Nice retire, huh?
some political tweet. So I was like,
Seriously,
nephew
yeah.
is quite evolved. That
And very smart nephew.
So Ujjwal Agarwal is saying CSK never look beyond MSD, which is making other players falling apart. Your thoughts? No, but see again. Okay, I don't think anyone. Okay, that anyone in that team would have any issues. Of course, everyone harbors hope to be captain. That's accepted. But I don't think anyone would have an issue that MSD is the captain. and that I should be captain ahead of him. I don't think whether it is Suresh Raina, whether it is Ambati Rayudu, whether it is Ravindra Jadeja, I don't think anyone would have said no. Like what you're saying that he's been the captain for so long, now it's my turn. I don't think that
is
would
not
have been
happening at all.
with issue. Everyone would have been happy that the best man is doing the job.
Yeah.
So the issues could be others, whether they feel wanted in the team
Like
or
the
not.
handling of the
Yeah,
entire Jadeja
yeah,
episode,
yeah.
the way it was said out loud in the media, what
Yes.
he said in the post-match
Yes.
comments, those sort of things.
Correct.
That's what might have hurt players.
Yeah, for sure.
And in Rena's case, as we know, it started off with him coming
Back.
back for whatever reasons. Again, I'm not going to get into the reasons because we really don't know what the real reasons are.
Yep.
There are multiple theories, right? Whatever happened, that happened. Then it was between the franchise and Suresh Raina, and then it was for them to resolve, and it seemed like they had resolved it.
Yeah.
Because he was back the next season. He didn't show great form, and then he was replaced. The surprising bit was that there have been other players also who didn't show great form, and you could have continued with him. But I think the problem came, and I don't know whether that is a thing. Again, I'm trying to look from both sides. Maybe they thought that, okay, they'll gauge him if he's going to play a bit of domestic cricket, and we'll see. But he was not playing any domestic cricket
yes.
either. And my point is that, okay, fine, if CSK didn't go for him,
Some other team might have.
Some other team. I was really surprised no team went for
nobody
it.
went.
But I think
He's a
the
four-time IPL champion.
Yes, I think and it's not that he's aged or anything. I think the biggest problem, and it's not even that he was out of form for many years. It was just that one season. The season before that he didn't play. I think the only mistake he made was not play domestic.
Yeah. Show that you're in some
Yeah,
low game
he should have
form,
played for his state
anything.
side, turned
He
up.
would have played for UP, absolutely.
Yeah.
Same, I think, with Amit Mishra.
No, with Amit Mishra's case also, because the thing with Amit Mishra and having spoken to a few franchises that he was part of, franchises were a bit wary about his fitness levels, even when he was playing. So their issue was that, listen, he's a good bowler, but in a T20 game, you cannot hide fielders.
Even in the last season that he played for Delhi,
Then he got injured also.
he was not playing every game.
game, yeah.
Because his fitness was an issue.
Fitness. So because of that fielding issue, which is why no other franchise has gone for him. So he may be still a good bowler, but they were a bit wary of the fact that how will he be, saving runs while on the field, and you need him to do that as well. So that is why he went out of favor. So just
How they
go
would
down.
hide Chris Gale in the field.
Yeah, you couldn't hide Chris Gale
Short
in the
third
field.
man.
तो ये कर लिया,
short
नीचे
fine
जाओ,
leg.
शिवम, एकदम नीचे, just press.
Or a slip.
हाँ. Now just stop somewhere. Please tell us that is Jadeja play? Dr. Bhuvi Gorana saying, please tell us whether Jadeja has played his last game with CSK. Tell you what, we've already done a video on that. It's
Long
out
one,
on Sports today. You'll check it out. You'll find it, and the title of the video is that. So we spent half an hour talking about it.
Yes.
So you'll get a very detailed answer. Oh, Sandesh has come out with a KKR name also. Sajishi Knight Rider.
Has to rhyme, then not that good.
Yeah. Are you? But as other question, are you guys excited for India versus Pakistan in the Asia Cup? I
Always.
so am.
Always, always.
Asia, by the way, the sporting season after the IPL is chock-a-block, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so the best place to be on is Sports Today because
Yep.
we'll be covering everything. There's going to be Commonwealth Games.
Yeah.
Would have been Asian if that didn't get cancelled. Or postponed rather.
Yeah, but Asian is gone. There's Commonwealth Games.
There's so
Asia
many cricket
Cup.
series happening.
There is men's
Okay.
Asia Cup hockey also.
Oh yeah.
And then
India, South Africa, India, England, India, West Indies.
And then the Cricket World Cup, the Football World Cup, two
Everything.
biggest events.
Yes.
Oof.
Mad year.
Mad.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun year. If you're a sports fan, you should be looking forward to the second half of the year. A lot of exciting events coming. Anshu and Monty says, will Champions League T20 be back? No, I don't think so.
No, they weren't basically making their money
But
back.
you know,
It's
his
a real shame.
point is interesting. He's saying PSL versus IPL team would be
I don't
fun.
think they would call PSL teams if they actually did.
Yeah.
Right, sadly, I don't think.
Though today we are just saying that if you really want to revive cricket and make it go back to the glory days, have an India-Pakistan series.
Oh yeah.
Just have an
Gangbuster
India.
I mean, how surprising it was. The IPL did not have a fixed window, but the CLT20 had a fixed window in
Yeah.
October. Every October it would be held.
Now CLT20 is out of the window.
Yes.
Because they were not making any money from it.
Yeah, because April always would coincide with the West Indies series.
Yeah.
Whenever international tours would happen in West Indies, April. And May, June, it would be England.
Yeah.
But now everything's been
Rajesh Jha is saying Raina played 12 out of the 14 matches in IPL 21. How did he not get enough chance? No, we're not saying he didn't get enough chance. I'm saying that one season failure should not be the reason why you don't go
Like
back.
he was eventually dropped for Robin Uthappa, right?
Yep.
Robin
Yes,
Uthappa
Robin
was
came
played the
and then
final
played-
and everything.
yeah.
And
so
that
that is
cameo.
because Raina wasn't scoring that many runs. He was not
Yeah.
in great form.
Yep.
So Nikhil was just pointing out that because he was not in great form, that does not mean you will drop somebody from the team
Yeah.
entirely.
Yes.
One bad
especially when,
season. Yeah.
especially when he has been with you since 2008,
2008, yeah.
since the inception of the IPL.
I mean, if Dhoni was Thala.
And also they had, by the way, they had the funds also.
Yeah.
They had 2 crores, more than 2 crores.
Yeah. If Sanskar Saxena was, if Dhawan performs well in South Africa series, will he be in T20 World Cup? We've answered that before. No chance.
No.
You cannot have KL Rahul, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, and Shikhar Dhawan. So unlikely.
Yeah.
Unlikely. What kind of a question is who is the captain in the South Africa series?
Rohit Sharma.
Rohit was
Sanskar, come on, man.
Like there's no doubt in our heads about it.
Yeah. Love Rami wants to know, are you guys going to cover IPL final and FIFA World Cup this year? Of course.
Like we've been covering everything.
Exactly.
We are also planning to do a watch along of the Champions League football final. That is the day before
The IPL
IPL final.
Yeah.
So Liverpool versus Real Madrid. We will be live, I think, during the game. We'll have our popcorn and soft drinks, and you can have your popcorn and soft drinks, and we'll watch the match here. You watch it at home, and we'll watch it together.
Yep.
I was just gonna have whatever you want, guys.
They can.
They can.
Yeah. Whatever drinks you want. We are
Yeah,
in
bro.
office.
Yeah, we can't.
We can't. We are in
Yep.
office.
Of course, bro.
Of course, bro. Huh? What? Say, Shivam.
He said, I like it.
Did I like it? Nice.
You like the idea.
Or you like the bro.
Sankalp Saha says United has become unsuccessful because of the continuous involvement of Sir Alex Ferguson after leaving as manager. Similar, if MS Dhoni leaves as a player, he should return after 2 years as mentor.
I agree, but it won't happen.
Won't happen.
Yeah.
But it's a interesting point
very
Sankalp
good
Saha
I
made.
actually agree.
It's what the point I used to keep making early days, bro. That they need to
Yeah.
break from that legacy. They're
Yeah.
not gonna get it.
And that is what has been a big problem,
Big
for
problem.
United also.
Yeah,
so if you
absolutely.
continue with that same hopes, that MS Dhoni led us to so many titles, let's just keep him in
No,
the side.
it's not
That's not the reason why you should keep him inside. Like he should have.
Okay, imagine suddenly after 2023, Dhoni decides, I don't want to be involved in the Chennai Super Kings setup at all. I know it will be impossible. They'll be like a fish out of water. The entire Chennai Super Kings psyche and the thinking.
It's built around Dhoni.
They'll be like a fish out of water. How will you manage? And I agree with that United analogy totally.
No, but that hangover is there, na, even now.
Yeah.
The problem is that
Obviously, he still comes to all the games.
He comes to all the games.
Yes.
Apparently, the lot of talk that we don't know about what's happening behind the scenes. Apparently, he has tried to influence a lot of
Remember,
decisions,
he played a
and
key-
that hasn't done anything good for United.
Played a key role in Ronaldo coming back, if we remember.
So just to let you know, I'll tell you why a lot of people are sending us those questions, because there are media reports and Press Trust of India is reporting that many seniors, including Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, are set to be rested for the upcoming. Just change the title, Shivam, or if you can help him change the title. That many seniors, including Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, are all set to be rested for the upcoming 5-match T20 series against South Africa, with an eye on the marquee tour of England in July. Right. So there is news that because these big players will be rested, so you can look at others. So these players rested because they also need a bit of break, and they would want to do better in that remaining one-off test match
Against
that you have to
England.
play in England, and then of course limited over series that you're playing, 3 T20s and 3 ODIs I think you're playing
3
there, and 2 T20s in Ireland. So that is a tour that they'd want to be
And then, by the way, that report also says that they might be looking at somebody like a Shikhar Dhawan or a Hardik Pandya
Yeah.
to lead the side.
Yeah.
And the fact is that they might give call-ups to Umran Malik and Mohsin Khan. Among the pacers.
No, Umran Malik, we already said, should be tried on. I wasn't sure about T20 format, maybe
Yeah.
the red
Test,
ball,
yeah.
but it's not. Have you changed the title, Shivam?
Wait, I'll help him.
Yeah.
Or you'll help him.
So So that is what is being reported.
But Rohit just came back in the series against West Indies or Sri Lanka, right? After
Yeah.
missing 2 months in South Africa. Do you think he'll again want to get rested? Or maybe because they want him fit totally because of his recent injury woes? Because again, they're going to a Sena country in October.
No, maybe they're a bit worried about Rohit's fitness, and they may think that the best thing to do is so that he's completely fit for England and there is no injury as such that might happen now.
Yep.
So it's best to rest him, and that is possibly. And see, these things about selectors resting wouldn't have just come like that. They've clearly had a word with these players, and that's why they may have.
Because you remember this kind of resting and then bringing them back is like that rotation policy which Australia suffered with in 2010 to 2013. Remember?
Yeah.
But some guys would play 2 out of the 3 tests and get rested for the third if it was a dead rubber. But later on, when that happened, there was a blowback that all the bowlers were not getting into rhythm. Stark himself complained that, why am I not allowed to play this particular test? I'm fit, I want to go. And he's from the Wasim Akram school of thought.
Yeah.
Akram always used to state that, boss, the more you bowl, the better you will become and your fitness will also improve.
Yeah.
I think that thought doesn't hold true in this current era of 3 formats. I don't know. Because are they this fetish over injury, are they too concerned about it? That is leading to even more injuries? I really don't know. Is injury prevention leading to more injuries?
I don't
Yeah.
think so. I'm not sure.
Okay, let's do the predictions. Vanshjan wants to know team selection is on 21st May, but we are just telling you what could be likely at that time. Arijit,
A few new names we expected will be there.
Yeah.
Because, and you see, there might be players like Dinesh Karthik also in that squad.
Yep.
Because now you want them to play a few series also just to see whether they are good enough to be taken to Australia.
Yep.
Well, let's face it, playing in the IPL is different from playing in international game.
Internationals,
And
yes.
then you'll be tested in those ODIs and T20s. So definitely needed.
Yes.
Definitely needed. You have to try these players out in those series.
True.
Yes.
Absolutely.
prediction is, I think it's a very close game. It's very tough to call.
Yeah, they are playing, both sides are playing the best 11s.
Yeah, but both also with mixed
Sanket
forms,
Joshi's pick 168. Storyteller writer says 170
with an SRH
with
win.
an SRH win.
Pradeep Shivalsan saying 128 all out in time for my push-ups. We'll see.
173 Ricky Patel has picked.
Yeah.
So come on.
KKR 167, but SRH are winning.
Okay.
Interesting.
I say KKR 178 and KKR winning.
I was gonna say 170. This has happened with us again.
Again.
Say it though.
No, but I was gonna say 170. Now I have to pick something else.
No, you can.
No. I'm
There's
gonna
no fun in
go.
that.
He doesn't have copyright to that.
Yeah, but still, I'm gonna go with KKR 173 and KKR gonna win it.
Okay.
I'll go with KKR 160 and SRH winning it. Matkun is
Matkun
picked
saying 190 super over.
Wow.
Anurag Tripathi says 200 for KKR.
By the way, these teams
Love
have played
Hamdi
a super over.
175, Rohit
Sanskar
Kumar
says
150.
Shreyas Iyer crime loading.
What kind?
What does that mean?
What?
Shreyas Iyer crime loading.
Crime loading?
I didn't understand that. Explain, please.
Yeah.
No idea.
Oh, crime loading maybe
Anurag
first
Tripathi
season
is
as
only
captain
250.
didn't lead KKR well, so he's
Anurag,
Probably
250
getting
KKR.
it.
I
This
want
guy's a bigger
KKR
fan
to
than me.
lose just so that I can see the 50 push-ups.
50
very
push-ups,
good.
yes.
Very good. It's okay. Unlike said, I've done push-ups in my life, so I know how to do that.
I know. Well, what to do? You had an
We'll
advantage.
see.
I didn't have
So
that advantage.
if you win tonight, you won't do the push-ups
No.
tonight.
No.
Not until the group stage ends, basically.
Last time I wasn't there when he did those 30. I had to mock him, say something.
Oh, dot ball crime. It's a dot ball meme.
Oh.
Oh. Is he featuring the list for most dot balls in
In all fairness,
IPL?
he's barely batted in the last 2 games. What dot balls? He's getting out mostly.
Umran Malik bowls a short pitch to him. He fends off, caught.
Oh, yeah. By the
Last
way,
time Imran Malik got him with a Yorker.
yes.
Yeah, because
He was backing away.
After setting him up,
Yeah,
with a
he
number
was
of short
backing
balls.
away
Yeah.
and he missed the Yorker completely.
Yes. And last game, I think SRH won against KKR.
Yeah, I should won. I remember that.
Okay, see you.
What a
What a
calm.
calm.
What a come.